against Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. And on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against...
It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
All right, check it out. Golden State's opening on next to Jackson Davis. Curry and Hield to the sharp shooting backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. And for Utah, Clarkson the 2 and Markkanen is the 3. Then there's George, then it's Walker Kessler, and it's Hendricks in at power forward. Now here's George, lets it go from deep, and it's cleared by Stephen Curry. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
Now here's George. Just 5 to shoot. Kessler passes to George. Offline with a 3. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Here's Wiggins. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, that's on the defense there. Now, you can't let Wiggins get this kind of positioning inside.
George passes to Kessler. Clarkson outside. Carries it from about 10 feet away.
Now, that was a clever adjustment. That was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
Now here's Wiggins. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
That's all the defense can really do. I mean, they'll live with Wiggins nailing a contested shot.
Inside. And finished off by Kessler.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
The 3 from Curry. Drops in the 3.
And 3 for 4 to start. Showing some rhythm.
And that's a foul. Called on Stephen Curry. Here's Hendricks. Pass to George. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Clock at 6. Goes up from the block. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And the craftiness that Markkanen shows around the rim makes him tough to deal with.
Jackson Davis misses.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim when it came up empty.
Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
George, no good. The Warriors leading. Here's Green. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And Green loves flexing on the defense. Welcomes the contact and overpowers it.
Here's Clarkson. The quick look, no good that time.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Game plan coming in.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Here's Curry. Got it. Curry's got 5 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And we've got a timeout called. Anderson's checked in for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Wiggins. 1:09 left to play in the first quarter.
Oh my gosh. He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend worthy dunk there.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Well, he's 3 for 4 to start out. Right off the bat, you could sense he was dialed in. All business so far. Yeah, don't let his 6'3" height fool you. Sexton loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
Jackson Davis with the bucket.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Collins. Here's Clarkson. 27 points his last game. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Great roll by Kessler after setting the screen. That's excellent.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Anderson. Can't get it to drop. Excellent D there from Collins. Here's Clarkson. And it's all tied up.
And this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
And here's Kuminga for three. Tie game.
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. John Collins out there with Robert Covington. And it's Collier in at the one. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Markkanen from long range. Oh, he missed it. Making it 1 for 2 now. Well, the Warriors shooting almost 70% from the floor.
But you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Gsw, he's checked in for Sensible. Now here's Sexton. 23 points his last outing. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. We just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked.
Rich comes in for Gsw. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Melton. Now here's Sexton. He's got 5.
Man, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
Collins against Curry. Outside Kuminga. Now Curry. And he can't get that one. To the middle. Here's Collins. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Using the mid-range area of the floor, Curry, an offensive mastermind.
Markkanen for 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Warriors lead by 4. Oh, look at Wiggins! Takes the hit and finishes strong.
Never afraid of a little physical play, Wiggins embraces the challenge of scoring on a tough defense.
This one for 3. And Hendricks gets Collins. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Sexton. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Heel comes in for Kajemski. It's good. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
And very few teams rely on mid-range jumpers nowadays. But that's been their preferred way of finding points.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game. We've got 1:23 left in the second period.
He had a decent start, but this quarter has not been kind.
No good on the quick 3. Pass to Jackson Davis. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And Markkanen with the stuff.
Well, you can't forget that Markkanen is an accomplished dunker.
A 3 from Curry. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 19 points.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second. So he might be heating up.
And this is inexcusable. The defense must force Markkanen further away from the rim.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Oh, Kessler with the block. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. There's 31 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Clarkson outside. Takes a 13-footer. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 4th assist with that last one. outside Curry. Jacks up a three. Nails it from three. 22 points for him.
His third shot from downtown this quarter. 4 for the game.
And here's Clarkson. Off with
Come up with an answer for him coming out of the half. They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So on the floor for Golden State, Wiggins and Green hold down the forward spots. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Clarkson outside. Tries to spin move. Here's Markkanen. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds now. To Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Well, Stan, former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson, he's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a 6th man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do. Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility. We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line. Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Warriors, number 1. The Jazz, 3rd.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Kessler. And the shot goes. Kessler's got 6.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
The 3 from Curry knocks it down from distance. And the Warriors lead by 12.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
Here's Clarkson, and such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
The 3 from Curry, and the Warriors with another 3.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Pass to Hendricks. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. George with the bucket.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Off target from 3-point range. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Clarkson for 3. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. Golden State has gone 6 of 8 from the 3-point line in this matchup. Curry, no good. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this 3rd quarter. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Well, no doubt Clarkson can score the ball. Defense having a lot of trouble with him.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Sends it. Warriors. Pajinski comes in for Stephen Curry. Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree, Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
Ellington's checked in for Utah. Williams comes in for George.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You just got to keep taking great shots.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
But in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of you young guys.
Warren's checked in for Utah. The Warriors lead by 14. Kuminga uses the glass on the layup. Kuminga's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead.
To the free throw line tonight. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Clarkson. 27 seconds left to play in the third. Wiggins finds Kuminga. Wiggins against Markkanen. Wiggins, no good. Here's Sexton. And he got the whistle on the way. All right, both free throws good from Sexton. Outside Gsw with 2 seconds left. That one drops for him. Gsw's got...
He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Robert Covington is out there with John Collins. And it's Collier in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you gotta love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Now here's Curry. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Collier. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Oh, Kuminga, just a menace inside.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Good on the shot. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Jazz trail by 17. And there's a whistle. That goes on to Anthony Melton. That's his first foul of the game. Jackson Davis is checked in for Melton. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Can they get it? Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk. Wilkins is checked in for John Collins. Clarkson comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Sexton. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on you, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels, and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Markkanen for 3. Offensive rebound. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Yep, count it. Curry's got 46.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, if Kessler keeps passing the ball like that, he will be dangerous.
It's Wiggins on the wing. Launches it. Connects from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 19.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Warriors.
They really had things going. Their offense carried it tonight, Grant.
Yeah, BA tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next two matchups between these two should be fun.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
The Jazz making a switch here. Juzang's checked in. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. That free throw good from Kuminga. Well, Stan, you've coached some lockdown defenses. With the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
Outside Sexton. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam. Golden State with the ball. Here's Melton. Covington grabs the board. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Moody. Utah grabs the miss. Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is.